Can you smell it? Do you want to taste? Hi guys, and welcome to my kitchen. If you're new here, my name is Kaylee, and in my kitchen we're trying to create dishes from all around the world. Today we're actually tackling something I've never tried before. We're gonna be making durian ice cream. Have I made ice cream before? No, unless you count the times that you make it in science class in a baggie, but we're gonna do our very best, and I'm excited to try to cook with durian at home and hopefully explain a little bit more about durian and its notorious reputation. For this recipe, we just have a few simple ingredients. We're gonna be using about a teaspoon of vanilla extract, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 2 egg yolks, a cup of light cream, a cup of whole milk, and then some durian, about 4 ounces. Now the recipe that I'm using is going to be linked down below. I only need 4 ounces of durian, but this pack comes with 16 ounces. So hopefully this recipe turns out, and then I can make it 3 more times afterwards. For the recipe, you can use either fresh durian if you can get your hands on it, canned durian, or even frozen durian. So we're working with frozen durian today. I ain't trying to buy a whole durian. If you haven't had durian before, it's a very unique flavor. It's very famous for being a very stinky fruit. So it's an exotic fruit that comes from Asia. It's actually kind of hard to get your hands on. If you have an Asian supermarket nearby, you can probably find it. It's typically found frozen because it is imported, and when you get the whole fruit, they're enormous. They get up to like 7 pounds, so they're quite big. So we just went for frozen durian today, so that way it was a little less cumbersome. And truth be told, I'm not sure even how to crack into a real durian. It's spiky, it's got a tough exterior, and I just think this will be the safest way to start our durian experience together. First thing we need to do is actually take our durian and create sort of a durian paste with it by either mixing it up in an electric mixer. I'm actually gonna use a blender today, or my magic bullet, just to make it really fine, so a really nice fine paste. But first we have to open it up. And this is the part I'm honestly the most nervous for. When doing some research about durian, I found out that it's actually banned in public transportation in certain parts of Asia because it's so stinky. Yeah, I can smell it already. But honestly, I don't think it's that bad. It is stinky, like it's very strong, but it's not a super foul odor. There it is. Whoa, it's almost already like a paste because it's frozen. It's very creamy. The times I've had durian before, it's almost got a custard-like consistency, and the taste, well, let's try it out. It's sweet. It's definitely sweet like a fruit, but it almost has a hint of garlic to it, which seems like a weird combination. Okay, so I'm gonna take about 4 ounces of this frozen durian and just put that in a little cup to blend it up. All right, so durian is here. It's time to blend it up just to create a finer paste. Right now it is pretty soft, but I just wanna make sure I'll be able to mix it in with the ice cream. Okay, I think that's about as good as it's gonna get. So right now what we want to do is use either a sieve or some kind of mesh strainer. We're going to take our durian paste and push it through. That way we can get rid of any of the large chunks, but just have a really nice creamy fine durian paste to mix into the ice cream. Now that the durian paste is nice and fine and really thick and creamy, kind of custardy, we're going to put this in the fridge just to chill. That way when we're making the rest of the ice cream, this will stay nice and cold and ready to be mixed in. Now it's time to start to create the base of our ice cream. We're gonna start by using 2 egg yolks. So I'm gonna crack these and just get rid of the egg white for now. And with the egg yolks, we're gonna mix in our sugar and our vanilla. Now that our eggs, sugar, and vanilla is nicely combined, I'm just gonna move this over to the side, and it's time to get started with our milk and cream. All right, for the next step of our ice cream, what we're gonna do is turn our burner up to about a medium heat, and we're going to combine our milk and cream into a pot or a saucepan. When we put that on the medium heat, we want to heat up the milk and cream, but we don't want it to come to a boil. So we don't want there to be any bubbles or any kind of froth in there. We just want it to be nice and warm. We don't want this too hot because we don't want this to become scrambled eggs when we mix it in. This will be the base for the ice cream. Then later on, we'll throw the durian in before we actually turn it into ice cream. So right now I'm just stirring the milk and cream, mixing that together. It is starting to get nice and hot. Not frothy, no bubbles yet. So I'm gonna let it heat up a little bit more, and then I'm gonna reduce it to a low heat. Once it's been at that low heat for a minute or two, then I'll add in the eggs and the sugar. It makes me think of all of those Food Network shows where they're trying to make custard and they accidentally make it too quick because they have like 30 minutes to do it, and then their custard is scrambled eggs. All right, it's time to mix in our eggs and sugar, and I'm going to stir vigorously. All right, so this is thickened up just slightly. I did raise the heat a little bit to a low to medium just to quicken up our process a bit. There are lots of bubbles from me mixing it, but it hasn't boiled, so that's not what that's from. It's slightly thicker, you can see that. And now we're gonna take this off the heat. I wanna get rid of all the heat as quickly as I can. So I'm gonna pour this into a bowl. That way it can cool down in this bowl. If I were to leave it in the pot, then it would take a little bit longer. And now we're gonna allow this to just cool down. The recipe below says to freeze this a little bit and then mix in the durian, but I think that might be a bit difficult. So I'm gonna adjust things slightly. I'm gonna allow this to cool down, then mix the durian in. And once everything is cooled down, all mixed together, then I'm gonna pop it into the freezer. We've got our cooled ice cream mixture here and our chilled durian as well. Right now I'm gonna take the durian and put it into the mixture, and we're gonna really mix that in together. That way, hopefully I get sort of an even distribution of flavor. All right, now that it's all mixed together, the final thing I'm going to do is seal this off. I know we're making ice cream, but I actually have one less ice cream mixer than every Food Network show ever. Seriously, why do they only ever have just one ice cream mixer? I have no ice cream mixer. So what I'm gonna do is take some plastic wrap and try to create an airtight seal. Just gonna carefully lay this over top and just press down until it touches the top of our dish. Then wrap around the side. And this goes into the freezer for about 30 to 45 minutes. After that time, I'll take it out, check it to see if it needs to be frozen for a little bit longer. Here we go. All right, and we're back many hours later. Cut to the part where I said, just pop it in the freezer for like 30 minutes.
And this goes into the freezer for about 30 to 45 minutes.
It's been 9 hours and we've been letting this chill in the freezer. A lot has happened in those 9 hours. This has come to a full chilled ice cream state. We've got a half a foot of snow outside, but in Canada, any time is ice cream time, so we're ready to dig in. When I took this out of the freezer, I've let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. Here we have our durian ice cream. It smells pungent. It smells fragrant. It definitely smells sweet, but still has that underlying durian smell. But let's try it out. Not bad. It's kind of like if you just finished your dinner that had a lot of garlic, and then you have some vanilla ice cream for dessert. I'm not mad at it. It's certainly an acquired taste, but I will be honest that the consistency of the ice cream is pretty good. It's definitely really creamy. It's very rich because we use real cream and whole milk in there. I kind of like the durian. I feel like on a hot summer day, it might hit the spot. Plus, how often are you gonna have a sweet and savory ice cream? Well, that's it for today, guys. If you recreate this dish, please tag me on any and all social media. I can't wait to see if somebody actually tries this. Like I said, it's not as bad as you may think. That might just be my opinion. I kind of wonder if durian is one of those things like cilantro, where genetically some people think it tastes like soap, where some people really love it. I don't know, because I think it tastes sweet and garlicky. Some people think it tastes like poop. The only way to know for yourself if you'll like it is to try it out. If you like this video, please leave a comment and give me a thumbs up. I'm excited to learn a little bit more about lots of different things in my kitchen and try some fun experiments like this with you here. Comment down below what you want to see me make next time. Could be anything and everything. Let's keep learning together. No better place than in my kitchen. So until next time, bye guys.